Hey, welcome to another video from Just Two Dudes. My name's Louie.
My name's Seth.
Alright.
Yes, on my eye.
Alright. What we want to do in this video is be a little more interactive. We're just trying to get to know what you guys want to hear us talk about.
Absolutely.
Some of the times we get comments and stuff left on our channel that isn't published about some of the things that you'd like to see, and we incorporate those in our videos. But we'd like to hear your comments and maybe some of your opinions on Husker football. Just on this video, we just want to talk about some stuff that are maybe not relevant to the Washington game, but just some stuff we've seen after 3 weeks of college football.
Too.
Yeah, random. That's a good word.
Miscellaneous.
One of the things that I think is pretty intriguing right now is TCU and Boise State. You guys shouldn't even be ranked. I'm so tired of seeing you guys at number 3 and number 4. Go play a Pac-10 schedule, a Big 10 schedule, ACC, Southeastern Conference, or a Big 12 schedule.
Don't say Big East.
You guys won't be around for very long. You're very good football programs. You're capable of 9-3 and 10-2 every year. And that's fine, but you're not undefeated college football teams. So just knock it off. And voters, quit being so stupid.
Yeah.
They're probably
top 25 teams.
They're both top 10 to 12 teams.
Yeah.
The 4 best teams in America. Alabama 1.
Absolutely.
Ohio State 2.
Yeah.
Then 3 or 4. You can flip-flop either way. Oregon and Nebraska.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and put Nebraska. I'm going to put Big Red. I'm putting us at number 3 because we play defense.
Yeah, Oregon they've started to.
They score so many points, it's like they don't even care about defense. But later on in the year, we all know you got to play defense.
And that's why Oregon still hasn't found a way to make it to a national title.
That's right. But if somebody wants to say Oregon's 3, Nebraska's 4, that's fine.
That. They've been doing it. They've been doing it.
But Boise and TCU, just go somewhere else. That's annoying. Another thing we saw is I saw Nebraska getting a lot of pub this weekend after the game,
especially on the college game day final. The show that features Reese Davis, Lou Holtz, and Mark May.
The first helmet sticker of the night was given out by Mark May. He gave it to the Nebraska offensive line, and I couldn't agree more. 3 people over 100 yards rushing. Those guys took care of business.
Complete dominance.
It's not perfect, but who cares? Because just a great performance by them.
Yeah,
I was gonna nitpick a little about a few plays.
Yeah, I mean,
but this is supposed to be entertaining,
right? But I really did think the offensive line, outside of a few mistakes penalty-wise, I thought they played a great game. Very, very athletic and strong unit.
Right. Okay, so at this point in the season, who do you think who is the offensive MVP and who is the defensive MVP?
Well, right now, the offensive MVP, it's not even a question. That's Taylor Martinez.
Okay, I'm going to say Taylor Martinez, too.
The things he's doing from the quarterback position.
Defensive MVP.
Honestly, I think you have to go with Prince Amukamara. Even though he really don't have the numbers and the stats, him taking out one side of the field is allowing Ricky Thenarson, P.J. Smith, and all the other DBs, especially safeties, just forget about help over there because he don't need it. And that allows them to just focus on everyone, all the DBs focus on other people.
Excellent point. Dijon Gomes, that's my defensive MVP.
I'm not arguing with that one bit.
And what we want to know is who your offensive MVPs are and who you think our defensive MVPs are so far this year. I don't know if any of you saw this, but Lou Holtz and Mark May, the court session thing they do with Reese Davis being the judge was about the final verdict was about if Nebraska is the best team in the Big 12. Mark May was arguing that we were. Lou Holtz was arguing against. They said that we weren't, but they didn't say
that we weren't impressive.
That somebody else was better than us. Yeah, just said it was a little too early.
The big thing was Lou Holtz said that we lead the nation in fumbles, which we do.
Right, but Lou Holtz also defended Notre Dame's perfect execution on defense against Michigan State's touchdown in overtime. Lou Holtz, We dig you, but man, Notre Dame, I hope you guys are cutting this guy a check because the publicity he brings you every weekend on that show is crazy.
I like Lou Holtz. I think he's entertaining, but it does get a little old. I remember last year when Tim Tebow was a senior year. Remember when he was given his prediction for the national title?
Yes.
It was Florida with an upset win over Notre Dame.
Gotta love it, even though it gets a little much at times. Gotta love it. Kirk Herbstreit.
Kirk Herbstreit said in his portion on the College Game Day final, he said that Nebraska is clearly the best team in the Big 12 in his opinion. With our defense and now our offense is starting to come together and put up big numbers, and we have special players on the offense to go with the special players that everyone knew we had on the defense.
And don't get it twisted. We're not saying Oklahoma and Texas are jokes.
Yeah.
Those teams are still studs.
Yeah,
and
they're just struggling
right now. On paper right now, it's Nebraska 1, Oklahoma 2, Texas 3. On paper.
Yeah, it'll all get settled throughout the year.
Yes, it's on paper.
Does.
One really neat thing that was brought to my attention, I guess was it Herbstreit that was talking about it?
I'm pretty sure it was.
He was saying that, it was Todd McShay was talking about if Taylor Martinez and Denard Robinson had a race, who would win? And he was talking about ball in your hand, running the ball down the field with somebody chasing you. His take was Taylor Martinez would beat Denard Robinson. I think Taylor Martinez would smoke Denard Robinson.
I do.
In a foot race.
Yeah.
In a foot race with a ball in their hands, shoulder pads, helmet, everything on. I think Taylor Martinez would take him. That's what I really want to hear some opinions about.
The only thing that really Denard Robinson does better as far as running, he's a little more shifty or makes a little more moves. But
that kid's
Taylor,
good.
He's good. But Taylor Martinez, he doesn't have to make those moves. He gets to the corner before everybody else, then he gets up the sidelines, and nobody can catch him.
So guys, you let us know who you think would win in a race, the ball in their hand, running downfield, somebody chasing them. Who's going to win? Taylor Martinez, Denard Robinson. I really want to hear what you have to say about that. Another thing, we have to talk about this. Missouri needs to score with a minute left to beat
San Diego State Aztecs.
Yeah, Missouri, come on now. Come on, Missouri. It makes everybody happy when Missouri struggles,
especially David.
Yeah. Kansas State, you dodged a bullet because Austin Arnaud isn't very good, and he overthrew a
wide open.
Yeah, that was a layup for a touchdown. Would have tied the game. K-State, you pulled one out there.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to playing the Wildcats. Another thing, run defense. Homeboy here, like a monster bag of Skittles, was super scared the other day, sitting there, just almost having a heart attack the way we're getting gashed by the run. My thought is on our run defense is, okay, if you're going to run the ball all day and you get 14 to 21 points off us because of that, well, go ahead, because we're going to put 50 on you. I'd rather win by 35 than have good stats.
My whole thing is I'm not convinced yet that the offense can have the 40, 50 points every single game. I do think, like, K-State now...
We will not have 9 to 7, 10 to 7, 13 to 12, 16 to 13. We will not have games like that.
My biggest thing with the run defense, though, is that you just can't allow teams to just bully you. We are too good up front to let that happen.
I want it to happen. Because Daniel Thomas is going to go 30 for about 190 against us with 2 touchdowns. And when Kansas State looks up, the final score is going to be like 52 to 24. So take your yards. But here's what's going to happen.
I'd just rather not see.
We're going to be so far ahead of a lot of these teams that they're not going to have time to run the ball because the score is going to be 35 to 7. Let Daniel Thomas take 8 minutes off the clock and go down the field 70 yards in 8 plays. Go ahead, because then when we get the ball back, we're going to go up 42-14.
I agree with you there. I don't think K-State's going to be a challenge really at all. I just don't want to see 200 yards a game with running the ball.
I want to see 200 yards a game by Daniel Thomas against us because we'll win by 30, rather than us beating them by 3 points and holding the whole team to under 200 yards.
It just makes me angry when a running back
That's
can just
because you're too worried about the defensive stats.
I'm not worried about the stats
and how much we're going to win by. Because here's what happens. When K-State looks up and the score's 35-14, they have to throw the ball.
Yeah, they're
against us.
Nobody can throw the ball against us.
Let's say nobody. But not K-State. K-State, no, that's not happening. Let's see, what else? Here's an interesting thing. I was talking to somebody just earlier today, and they brought up the name Tyler Gabbert. This is a kid, this is Blaine Gabbert's little brother, who did the exact same thing that his big brother did, committed to Nebraska, then decommitted and went to Missouri. But what's coming apparent is this offense in preparation for the bowl game, I think it's a pretty classy move by Nebraska. They let this kid know, hey, look, we're making a shift here. If you come here, we're not throwing the ball 30 times a game like we have been. You're going to have to run, you're going to have to throw, and I think it probably became a mutual decision once they made the decision. Bo and Sean Watson and the powers that be made the decision that this is the style of offense we're going to run. I think it kind of became known that Tyler Gabbert wasn't going to work out, and I think it was a classy thing for Nebraska to even let him know, hey, we're changing offense.
Yeah,
you probably don't want to come here.
That's one of the things that, you know, I have a Rivals subscription, and I read the recruiting stuff like crazy. And one of the things that that recruits always say about our coaches is that they're always upfront and honest, and they use the phrases, they tell it how it is.
All right. So,
you okay?
Excuse me. A little bit. I can't tell you enough that it's not our job. We're not players. We're not coaches. Who do we play next week? South Dakota State?
Yeah.
I don't care. Okay, I got no preview for the South Dakota State game. There's nothing I can tell you other than we will kick the living you-know-what out of them.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. That's all I can say about it.
Yeah.
This isn't going to be James Madison against Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
This is going to be a butt-whooping.
Absolutely.
And then we get ready for K-State. And I tell you what, people, after next Saturday, the videos are going to start getting nastier. They're going to start getting more intense. You even talk about Kansas State, and I get a little riled up.
Yeah.
That's going to be the fun stuff. That's when the punches start flying.
Absolutely.
And right now, I think the Big Red is ready to roll, and we are ready to jack some people up.
Absolutely.
Daniel Thomas, I can't wait. I can't wait to get our hands on him. He can do whatever he wants to us, because we're going to throw so many points on them.
Yeah.
It ain't going to matter.
Yeah, one thing, and this is off top, one thing I noticed about K-State in the Iowa State game, they're kind of slow to the outside. You can't be slow to the outside against Taylor Martinez.
Okay, so the way we started this video is the way we'd like to end it. We want some more comments from you guys. We want to be able to talk about the things that you want to hear us talk about. I mean, our videos are up to about 6,000 hits already.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's good or bad, but we're having a lot of fun doing it.
Absolutely, that's all that really matters.
Yeah, but we want to talk about the things you want to talk about. Send us some questions, put some comments out there, but I really want to hear some opinions on where you think Nebraska should be ranked. And I really love this Martinez versus Robinson in a foot race.
Give us your input on that.
Yeah. Right now, at this point in the season, I see Nebraska 10-2. Quick.
11-1.
Bye.